Carol, OK. Carol, would you like to see a little dog?
I would love to.
Yeah? Chihuahua, would that suit you? That fit the order?
Any dog would suit me, actually, Naga,
OK.
but a Chihuahua sounds lovely.
I'm not going to deliver it, but Tim Muffet will. He's at Battersea and Dogs and Cats Home for us this morning.
Yeah,
Why?
Tim, one of the reasons we're with you today in that very special place is all because of Paul O'Grady, because people know by now he gave a lot of money to that place and he loved that place as well.
Oh, he did. It was such a special place to him, and this must introduce you to Freda, who's a Chihuahua, and she's one of the beneficiaries of the huge sums which were donated after Paul O'Grady died. He absolutely adored this place. He did so much, he was so passionate about it. And the money that's been donated means that specialist surgery is now available to many dogs and cats which wouldn't have been before. Freda is one of the beneficiaries of that surgery, as I've been finding out.
These are like poor little injured animals who've been dumped and they're unloved. And then, of course, the vets get hold of them and they're given loads of love and they get all the medicine and they get better. It's a Cinderella story.
Paul O'Grady loved Battersea Dogs and Cats Home. He was an ambassador for the charity. And Freda, a Chihuahua, is about to benefit from the donations that poured in after his death.
She came to us as a stray. We've noticed that when she walks, her back legs they're a little bit like a crab, so you sort of can't really straighten them out properly. We suspect she's been born with a very common problem in small dogs where their kneecaps slip off, stopping her from, I guess, being able to run and walk properly. It can be quite uncomfortable. Something like Freda's case in private practice may cost anywhere north of £5,000 to £10,000. And I'm going to make the first incision now. All good?
A tribute fund for Paul O'Grady has raised almost £500,000, funding specialist surgery at Battersea for more animals like Freda, who would never normally benefit.
It's just so fantastic that the public have open their hearts out. It will make such a difference to so many dogs out there.
Hiya.
Hi, Paul, how are you doing?
I'm all right.
Oh,
this little one isn't doing so well.
Paul O'Grady spent a lot of time at Battersea.
Where's that little girl?
It was where he hosted 11 series of the ITV show For the Love of Dogs.
He was just one of us. He was really here for the dogs, and he loved them so much, and it's just so easy to talk to. So Freda's just coming around from an anaesthetic at the moment. We seem to be recovering really nicely and comfortably, which is great. All the drugs are working, and hopefully our leg heals nicely, and then we can start walking on it in a couple of weeks' time.
And here she is, the star of the show. Freda made a fantastic recovery with Ali, who's head of animal behaviour here at Battersea Dogs and Cats Home, and also you're her foster carer, aren't you?
Yes, I've fostered little Freda since she had her operation. So she's been with me for some time, but now she's all ready and fit to go into a new home.
It's so lovely to see that, and she's in such good form this morning, isn't she? Tell us about Paul O'Grady. He was an amazing guy, wasn't he? And he loved this place so much.
I don't know where to begin. He was a lot of fun, and we all miss him dearly. I used to always laugh at him because he would always come in immaculate. By the time he left, he'd be covered in hair and slobber. But he really did. He wore his heart on his sleeve, and yeah, we all miss him dearly.
The money which was donated following his death was huge sums, hundreds of thousands of pounds. What difference has it made?
Firstly, we were completely overwhelmed with the amount of money and support that we got from the public, but it goes a long way because it does help animals such as Freda. At the moment in time, we're getting so many more animals in because of the cost of living crisis. And a lot of these animals need, you know, really quite big surgeries, so that money really helps towards that.
And you're a foster carer, aren't you? And you're quite keen for other people to consider this. How does it work if you're fostering a dog?
Well, I've been fostering for 32 years, and it is hard because obviously you foster to get them fit and ready for the home environment. And dogs need it for different reasons. So it could be they might need hand rearing, they might just need a break from kennels, or just to recover from surgery. But it's upsetting letting them go, but at the same time, it gives you that sort of like, you feel really excited about it as well, and it does the animal the world of good. We get to know a lot more about them.
Yeah, it's like job done when they're going, but it must be heartbreaking. You must get such a bond.
Yeah, you do. And sometimes it is hard to give them up, and I have kept a few, but you know, if I kept every single one, I'd probably need a place as big as Battersea to put them in.
Well, let's have a little run around, because her legs are better now.
Okay,
so let's see her in action. There you go.
Yes,
we
get
saw
some
footage
treats.
of her earlier.
Let's get you moving. Come on, let's go.
Oh, there you go.
Come on.
Oh my goodness, it's energy,
What have we got?
enthusiasm.
Yes.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? So happy to see this lovely paddock area in this morning. This is a great place, isn't it, for the dogs to exercise?
Yeah.
And to look at the footage of her when she first came here, as we did a few minutes ago, and to see her now, that is, in a way, the legacy of what Paul O'Grady did and the money which was donated in his memory. It's incredible. Thank you so much for letting us hear about, you know, Freda and what Paul did and for all the work you do here. Thanks ever so much indeed.
Thank you.
Yeah, incredible stuff. She's a star, isn't she, Freda? Really good form and a beneficiary of that money which was donated. I'll leave you with some shots of a beautiful Chihuahua.
There's one very happy dog in the sun having treats. All good stories.
I'm not
from
sure she's
Battersea,
happy with the camera in her face.
Well,
But now she's working it quite well, yeah.
so many good stories from Battersea.